So the three big challenges. First being availability. Obviously, when you move things remotely, they have to be available to continue to work. This is typically why a lot of organizations not only keep some of their main systems in their core, but also even have systems running at remote offices, because the office cannot afford to be offline, whether there's a local outage of their bandwidth or whatnot. Bandwidth itself, how much traffic is going there, it's always a concern. But the biggest one then really is the latency. How long it takes things to get between the user and the application and the data. Talk about these a little more in depth. There's often a misconception. A lot of organizations see bandwidth and how cheap bandwidth has become as a big enabler, but typically it's not really the issue. So the analogy is, from Philadelphia to Las Vegas, between our two data centers, is roughly 2,500 miles. And if I'm driving there at 60 miles an hour, it takes 41 hours to get there. Well, if I'm on a single lane road, it takes me 41 hours to get there. Or if I'm in a big multi-lane road, it takes me 41 hours to get there. How wide, which is more like what the bandwidth equation is, the road is, doesn't help me get there any faster. Now, if I have traffic congestion, then obviously bandwidth could help, but for the most part, what we see with the availability of high-speed bandwidth, especially at cheaper prices nowadays, it's typically a lesser concern than just the overall latency.